Now we look up top to a lady by the name of Ashley Battersby.
She likes to get technical on the rails.
Skiing took me literally everywhere. I skied on almost every continent. I was on the very first Olympic US free ski team. I rode for a bunch of different sponsors, was the US champion, have medals in X Games, and it all started here. My name is Ashley Battersby. I'm a former professional US free skier, X Games medalist, Olympic hopeful, world champion, and Dew Tour champion. Coming here and putting my feet on this earth here just reminds me of all the memories of growing up and where it all started for me. I grew up here at Grand Geneva. I was skiing here ever since I was 18 months old. My parents used to ski with us in the backpack. My parents were both ski instructors and snowboard instructors here way back in the day. Me and my 3 brothers were here skiing and snowboarding from day one. There's such a small female presence in such a male-dominated sport. I believe I was 13 years old when I turned pro right away, and I was one of the first females in the world that was doing this. There were 5 in the world, and I was one of those 5. So I was a pioneer of the sport. When I first started, I was actually competing with all of the men. They didn't even have a category for our discipline for women. So I was competing side by side with men, my brothers, with all these other guys, with maybe me and another female or 2. And they didn't have a category for women in slopestyle, big air, or rail jams until years down the road. So women had to fight for equal pay, equal runs, equal course, and getting our own category. So it was a fight for sure. We are doing an event called the Hot Dog Open. It's a big air, a slopestyle, and a rail jam. I'm here as a judge, as an MC, and just to watch the kids slay.
My favorite little helmet cover is little dinosaur helmet cover. He loves snowboarding. Miles, judges are ready for you. Let's see it.
The opportunity here in the Midwest is limited as far as competition and terrain park contests goes.
Grand Geneva is providing an opportunity to those terrain park kids to really show off their skills and abilities. In the Midwest area, you don't really see a lot of kids giving the same opportunity that you do out west. So it's really cool to kind of bring attention to the Midwest area. Ashley, grew up in the Midwest, grew up on our ski hill, and just her legacy alone helps with that too. So it's really cool to just see her be able to go from a little ski hill in the Midwest all the way up to the X Games. She kills it in what she does, and she's super passionate about it. She's very encouraging to everybody else who's even interested in, hey, I want to try it. She's right behind you.
That switch landing, nice. Way to put it to your feet, Easton.
She really provides that motivation, and she's very determined to make sure that everyone feels like they can do it.
Did a massive 360 last night on the big air.
I think Wisconsin is its own little, tiny little bubble, and that's why I love it, because it's there's so much room for growth here. I guess that's why I'm here, to help grow it.
The entire thing coming into that last rail feature, sliding all the way to the edge, racing it. Nice run for Levi.
It's been insane. These kids were thrown a massive jump, brand new slopestyle course, something that they've never ridden before, bigger features. The local talent here is nuts, and they are in it. It's like grassroots. All these kids grew up here, and it just reminds me of growing up. I was in these kids' shoes before, and just watching them and the camaraderie and the community, and some of the kids, their parents work here at the resort just like mine did, and it's a whole community thing, and there's so many people that were coming out and cheering for these young kids. We only had a couple female competitors, but to see them here, the stoke was high. Even from snowboarding and skiing, especially the females, they were hyping each other up from both sides.
Over down for the women snowboarders.
And I think that's important, especially again, because the female industry in this freestyle sport, snowboard and skiing, is so small still, especially here in the Midwest. So just to watch them cheer each other on was awesome, and I love to see it. I just would love for it to grow.
I would say it's definitely difficult as a girl in the sport. There's not really very much representation. I mean, online, yes, but then when you go to your actual hill, a lot of times you're one of the only girls in the park, or they don't have a women's division. I'm Katherine Roberts. I'm a park snowboarder and skier. I'm going to be competing today in the women's snowboarding rail jam. So I started skiing when I was 4. My parents introduced my brother and I. I remember instantly just really liking it. Then I switched to snowboarding, I want to say 7th grade. I actually remember the first day, my first official lesson. From where the bunny hill is, you can kind of see the park off in the distance, and you can really see people when you're on the little conveyor, doing tricks and stuff off the big jump. And I remember sitting there thinking, that's what I want to do eventually. I'm still nervous, and I was really nervous when I first would come in. I mean, you're there and there's all these older guys and they're saying stuff, and I mean, it's intimidating as a young girl. You kind of realize that they don't have as much power over you as you thought they did, or even that they think they did, and if you let it get to you, then it will get to you. I had a friend tell me that I only got this interview because I'm a girl, not because of the skill. And if I were a guy, I probably wouldn't be here being singled out like this, but I think it's important for girls to see other girls doing stuff like this.
I was nervous coming here today, and my other judge friends, they were like, why are you so nervous? I was getting the competition feels, and I'm like, because I know what they're going through. I know what they're feeling, and I'm coming back to that myself, and I just want them to have a good time.
And we are going to be starting the men's ski and women's ski rail jam in just a moment, but make sure you guys find your bibs.
I would say it's more about being able to commit to the trick. Me personally, I get the most hurt when I'm not fully committed to it. Being able to realize that, yeah, I'm really scared right now, but being able to push through that and still give a full commit to a trick is something that you kind of learn over time.
Katherine on course.
Being able to get up and try the trick right after you fall again and keep trying it until you get it down is pretty huge. It's hard to move past that mental block and that fear because your body remembers what it felt like to fall.
When you see them fall and they're like, damn, that wasn't the run I was looking for.
Katherine back on course.
So watching them get back up and then landing their run that they were looking forward to and the excitement, it's massive. To be in a male-dominated sport and be especially a female and small and you don't know where your place is. Maybe it's intimidation of the big features and the big jumps, being afraid that you might get hurt, but it would be worse to not try something and wish that you would have. And so if you're thinking about slopestyle skiing or big air or even just dropping into the park, remember that there's not a lot of women who do it, and it's so important. Your presence matters.
Boys up there, give the girls a hand. Welcome them in. Thank you so much for coming out on our rail jam here tonight. For our snowboard female rail jam, we only had 2 female snowboarders this weekend, so give it up for the females. The first place winner in our rail jam, we have Katherine Roberts. Katherine showed up today. She did slopestyle as well. Thank you so much for coming out, Katherine. You slayed. We'll have you take that. Katherine, the ladies, everybody out here, if you have a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, a girl you know, next year we are trying to hype up the women's division, so please bring your friends.
The full circle moment for me is starting here, finishing my whole professional career, and then being asked by Grand Geneva, where I literally took my first ski turns to come back to. It's so heartwarming, and I can't describe that feeling other than this is home for me. And watching these kids when I'm sitting up in the judges booth, I just can't wait to see what their next chapter brings, because I know all the chapters of my book, and I feel like that book is now closed for skiing for me, but it's almost reopened now that I'm here again, hopefully inspiring the young guns, because this is where it started.